Alright, welcome everyone to Fans of Fiction. I'm your host, Gene Skinner. Weeb is not here at the moment. I did try calling him, but he did not answer. So it's just going to be you guys and me for a minute. As usual, I do have a beer I'm going to go get because I didn't get it. I kind of, wasn't paying the super best attention to time, but it's one I've had before. It's the Love Letters from Hell. It is a 9%er, a milkshake-styled IPA that has a lot of stuff in it. And if you've seen it before, you know exactly what it looks like. It's got the devil on it, and he's like learning love letter stuff. So it's fun. Gonna get right into that. I'm actually going to go get the beer as I give you some memes to watch.
Does nobody else see the fifth Eno?
I'm no Xeno. I am a fellow human.
Oh, and this is from a new channel, by the way. This is Lich Train VO.
That's just Steve, dude. What the hell is this?
Reporting for duty, Sir Guilty Man.
Whatever. Welcome to the Ultramarines.
Is that you, Steve? It's been forever.
Yes? It's good to see you too, Astartes. That clearly knows me.
Did you lose weight? I can barely see shit in this walking coffin.
Great dieting.
Steve, I know you're not human. You're literally a glowing machine covered in flesh. I've seen you shot 30 times and not fall. Steve, are you the Emperor?
Stavek, where have you been? Oh, you know, making friends?
Blood for the blood god. Skulls for the skull throne.
Skins for Steve the Human.
What?
What?
Hey, Sean! Huh? I saw this little thing fall from your bag. So, who's she? What? How'd you... Give it back! No? Huh?
Also, more Dragon Tamer
Aw, come on, Sean. Aren't you gonna tell us her name? Looks like our little bro is turning into a man. The heck are you guys teasing me for? Both of you don't even got
here. Bullying
boyfriends.
time. Wow.
The Valhallan Ice Warriors are another notorious regiment of the Astra Militarum, and they stand as one of the most steadfast and resilient of them. Hailing from the icy death world of Valhalla, they are forged in the crucible of their harsh, frozen homeland, a planet that has sculpted them into hardy and unyielding soldiers. Renowned for their remarkable endurance in the face of bitter cold and overwhelming enemy forces, they are a reflection of determination and tenacity. When launching their assaults, the Valhallan Ice Warriors are famed for their masterful integration of overwhelming artillery bombardments, seamlessly intertwined with waves of relentless infantry attacks. They excel in cold weather warfare, making them an invaluable asset for the Imperium in campaigns that demand prolonged endurance, especially on ice worlds mirroring the freezing conditions of their native world of Valhalla. Their proficiency is particularly sought after in operations involving attritional strategies, or when facing the ferocity of orc invasions, which the Valhallans are used to fighting. Now you can test your own proficiency by restoring the royal castle to its former glory thanks to today's video sponsor, Royal Match. This free-to-play game lets you solve match 3 puzzles with unique power-ups, offers over 7,000 levels, immense rewards, a variety of events, and enjoy uninterrupted description or scan the QR code. It's a paradise world, deeply entwined with the original inhabitants. The transformation of this world from a diverse planet of forests and plains to a frozen wasteland is a tale of catastrophe, resilience, and adaptation. Deeply entwined with the origins of the formidable Valhallan Ice Warriors. Located in the Segmentum Ultima, Valhalla was a planet teeming with life. Its people lived in harmony with a rich environment, nurturing a culture that was as vibrant as the natural world around them. It was even classified as a paradise world. However, the trajectory of Valhalla's history changed irrevocably with the unexpected strike of a massive comet from space. A rogue comet was detected early, and when it was determined that its trajectory marked it to crash against Valhalla, the inhabitants made everything to shatter the comet before it struck. The defensive efforts of Valhalla were swift but ultimately futile when the planet's defense lasers targeted the incoming comet. Their beams, though powerful, only managed to fragment the celestial body. Subsequent analysis revealed a startling fact. The comet was composed almost entirely of pure iron, a characteristic that rendered the potent defense lasers surprisingly ineffective. The bulk of the comet crashed into Valhalla's extensive planetary ocean, causing colossal tidal upheavals. However, a fragment, about a mile wide, struck the northern continent with apocalyptic force.
So it's like
the impact hurled vast clouds of dust into the atmosphere, which then settled over the planet, shrouding Valhalla in a dense, dirt-laden blanket, while the planet's own orbit was altered by the huge impact, moving the course in which the planet moved, altering the amount of incoming warmth and light coming into the planet. All these factors catalyzed its transformation into a frozen wasteland.
Rip.
The comet's impact, devastating as it was, became the crucible from which the enduring spirit of the Valhallans was forged. Their society, once reliant on the bounties of nature, evolved into a community of unparalleled resilience, learning to harness the limited resources of their icy domain. In the aftermath of the comet's devastating impact, the people of Valhalla, seeking refuge from the relentless cold, burrowed deep beneath the planet's icy crust. There, they established new dwellings within vast, sprawling caverns. These subterranean sanctuaries, tapping into the scant geothermal warmth of the planet's core, became the bastions of human life on Valhalla. The population now resides entirely within these immense underground caverns,
Damn.
a network of habitats etched into the very foundations of the world, where the warmth of the planet's heart offers a faint respite from the frozen desolation above. However, life in these shelters is far from comfortable. The caverns are dreadfully overcrowded, teeming with citizens crammed so densely that individual lives are deemed inconsequential, mere cogs in the struggle for collective survival. To sustain the dense population, nutrient-rich slime is cultivated along the cavern walls, in an unending chore of labor and sacrifice. In this harsh subterranean existence, the value of life is diminished, and the law is stern and unforgiving. Even minor transgressions are met with the most severe of penalties: death. This bleak reality leaves many to seek escape through service in the Astra Militarum, but volunteering for the Imperial Guard is not just a means to evade the grim conditions of their homeland. It is a path to honor, offering a sense of purpose and a chance to contribute to the greater cause of the Imperium. Those who do not join the renowned Ice Warriors infantry battalions or the Valhallan armored artillery must work in the dim
Good to see you,
caves,
Master Bob.
producing the nutritious slimes that feed
Slimes?
the people of the
gross.
icy world.
Imagine. Slime.
As inexorable as the winter cold, as ruthless as the bitter frost, as certain as death, the Valhallans fight only for victory and the Emperor. All else is but a prelude.
The catastrophic comet strike was just the beginning of the trials for the Valhallan people. In the wake of this disaster, their resilience was further tested when a crippled Orc war fleet descended upon their beleaguered planet. The Orcs, driven by their insatiable hunger for conquest and loot, waged a relentless war against the Valhallans, coveting every ounce of the precious food reserves the inhabitants had painstakingly stored. Despite the dire circumstances, the Valhallans mounted a valiant defense, leveraging their sprawling hive cities beneath the ice as fortresses in this desperate struggle for survival. The conflict was grueling, pushing the Valhallans back inch by inch, until they found themselves cornered at their very food vats, the last bastion of their sustenance. In a decisive and ingenious counterstrike, the Valhallans employed ice-boring machines, typically used for excavation and mining, as weapons of war. They strategically targeted the heart of the Orc hordes, unleashing a fury of fire and melting ice. This bold maneuver decimated the majority of the Orc invaders, leaving any survivors scattered and without major guidance. This harrowing invasion by the Greenskins, far from crushing the spirit of the Valhallans, only served to temper their resolve. Their unwavering determination not to yield in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds resulted in a hard-fought, albeit blood-soaked, victory. In the aftermath, regiments of the Valhallan Planetary Defense Force, fueled by a deep-seated desire for retribution against the Orcs, joined forces with the other Astra Militarum armies. Together, they embarked on a relentless campaign to purge their sector of the galaxy from the Greenskin threat, a testament to their enduring spirit and the fierce pride they held in defending their home and avenging their fallen.
Gentlemen, How are we over here? Very good, very good. Yeah, good. Well, does anyone have a smoke? Mine got wet. Yeah, here you go. Oh, very good, sir. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, gentlemen. We have our orders. When are we moving out? Yeah, when do we take the fight to the orc scum? Not yet. Let the artillery do its job. Till then, we dig in, prepare for a possible counter-offensive. Yes, sir. Good. Well, you Valhallan boys don't seem to get cold. Here I am, freezing my nipples off. You need Tana. What? Yeah, Tana. It keeps you warm. Let me try this. Oh, what is that? It's awful. It's Tana. It is like a tea. That is not tea. That is... Oh, I don't know what that is, but that is terrible.
Nasty.
Yes.
It's disgusting.
What is it, soldier? Word from command, sir. Artillery is to let up in an hour. You hear that, boys? We're going to take the fight to the orcs soon. Yeah! You don't need it at command, sir. All right. Well, boys, I'm off. Good luck, sir. We'll see you on the front line. Yes. Kill well, my friends. Aye.
Good ship, mech. Should have posted wherever you want, be it in the main or, anywhere else you want to put it.
Now, in the era Indomitus, the Valhallan Ice Warriors boast a storied and illustrious history as a premier supplier of regiments for the Departamento Munitorum. Over time, many Valhallan regiments have distinguished themselves, garnering acclaim for their extraordinary courage and unwavering determination that sees them stand firm where others might falter or concede. For thousands of years, these guardians from the icy world of Valhalla have waged war in the Emperor's name across thousands of planets. Yet, notoriously, they are frequently deployed to war zones rife with orc activity. This strategic choice leverages their deep-seated animosity towards the Greenskins, stemming from the orcs' invasion of Valhalla in ages past, as well as their extensive experience in countering orc tactics. In addition, the Valhallans are often assigned to critical battlefronts, where their dogged perseverance can fortify the resolve of allied troops. Play Royal Match for free today by using the link in the description.
Yeah, but they put the ad back on, I hate it.
Unique power-ups,
Yeah,
over
AT&T
7,000 levels,
Valhallas, I
now
bet
it's
you
the
did.
best time to jump in. Thanks to Royal Match for sponsoring this video.
Alright, moving on. Here we go.
On this channel, we are
Here
putting
we go.
together
I clicked
narrative
it.
Total War
Damn it.
cinematic
Art.
Oh,
Literature.
whoops, it skipped it. Let's go back. Steve the Human, of course he is, see? Is the best
Art.
guardsman.
Literature. History. Philosophy. Music. I came to see the true value of humanity. As fragile as it was wondrous. Something worthy of protection at any cost. I believe my normal human box of flesh and bones has been stolen.
The agreement, loser.
Gentlemen, Steve the Human is here. Has anyone seen Steve? He was supposed to be bringing the explosives from the base.
Fear not, fellow human. I have returned with the munition.
Damn it, Steve!
You're really going to die for these humans? Somebody is. Somebody can get him.
I get it. You're gonna kill him. Alright, moving on. More Dragon Tamer. Hell Stew.
Oh, Helga. It's been a while. You haven't changed one bit at all.
Well, if it ain't Mr. CEO himself. Welcome back.
Looks like Mark all grown up.
Oh, God.
What have you been feeding him, huh?
Ha! Just the same stuff that dragon tamer of yours has been cooking. Good to see you again. No losers in this gym.
I work here, dork.
They probably pay you to clean up all the sweaty towels.
Oh, please. Talk to me when you can bench more than you load of crap.
They seem like they're getting along.
Toads.
I got 3 things
Time.
to say. God bless our troops, God bless Super Earth, and BAM! Start your...
Oh, God.
Oh, fuck, I forgot that I activated this. Oh, I'm a fucking... You don't know
We're
how
watching
much
this tomorrow,
I
too,
miss
but
this
you got an
stuff.
early
You
preview
never
if you're here
mind.
now.
I just wanted into the hell of right back shooting again. What the fuck was that? Pimp, listen to me. You're keeping us alive. You forget about that one. And you keep him coming in. You're doing well, Pimp. Good morning, Super Pimp. How do you know what kind of goddamn day it is? Now that I've been honorably discharged for unspecified reasons, I can tell you why you should join the Helldivers. Helldivers 2 is the latest addition to the DMV-like genre, but more importantly, it's the latest game to cross over 2 completely different genres into one beautiful new package. Whereas Power World crossed over forced labor and Pokemon, Helldivers 2 is crossing over Dance Dance Revolution and war crimes.
Dance, you fat bitch.
And there's no place I'd rather commit my war crimes than to the tune of Credence and the rice fields of Nam. That's right, Pimp. Vietnam 2 is here. We're running it back. Those tongue-punching Hollywood nippers been talking shit, so we took a play out of their playbook and remade Nam, then race-swapped the humans for robots. This one's for all the marbles, baby. Whereas
Hell
Storm
yeah.
2 was your grandpappy's PTSD, this game is your great-grandson's PTSD. It's a bukkake of battle between us
Bukkake
and
battle.
them. Them being, you know who. You know who being those fellas. Those fellas
Those
being,
fellas.
I can't say who. The Space Viet Congs. This
Space
is a
Viet
test
Cong,
of how
baby.
much democracy 4 men are capable of protecting, especially when each of them are given the right to a self-defense nuke, and a self-defense artillery barrage, and a self-defense orbital piss laser. All I'm missing is
Hell
a giant
yeah,
magnet
baby.
call in, and I'll end Vietnam 2 tomorrow. The space rice farmers will be freed whether they like it or not. That's why we're here, right? Who cares? This is your chance to become a war hero. Your chance to win Vietnam this time, so they make dozens of movies about us shitting on the commies instead of that hippie propaganda. This is your battle between the indomitable human spirit and the weak non-liberty loving bugs. Between the dirty calculators, calculators, and the patriots. My orbital
Calculators.
can of raid, and they're already gone. My desire to play
Hard
and the
R
server's
calculator,
desire
I
to
get it.
die.
I get
Fuck
you, Fleek.
post-traumatic stress
I
disorder.
see
It's
you,
time
brother.
for future traumatic super disorder. Crash tip: if you want to dodge the queue so you can actually play the game, quit your job. This shit's gonna do something in 7 seconds. We might want to back up. To kick us off, lore. We play as Helldivers. Yes, sir! Super Earth's greatest liberators of the souls of these glittering bush-loving commie fucks. Yes, sir! Just kidding, of course. These things don't have souls. Communists, that is. Yes, sir! And as Helldivers, there are only 2 cardinal rules. Blow up as many enemies as we can, and under no circumstances attempt peace with the Sputniks or the Spiders, because that is treason. Peace talkers are sympathizers, and sympathizers will be treated with a golden shower from Uncle Sam himself. Yes, sir! Yes, sir, fool! The only
Yes,
lore
sir,
you need
fool.
to know is, as we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, in Super Earth we trust, in managed democracy we trust, and in liberty we deal. Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! But yes, we are killing the bugs because they have fossil fuels. So I guess we better get to making some fossils, gentlemen. Brash tip, you should kill yourself now. For our next topic of conversation, one of the more unique things about Helldivers is that they have employed one man to fuck up my day constantly. And by that I mean, this game has a game master that wakes up in the middle of the night to give the space Viet cucks more reinforcements and God knows what else. So you know what? Now I'm waking up at 3 a.m. to counter this shit. In fact, that's why I'm awake right now. Better yet, that's why I gave up on sleep years ago. I can't even get hard anymore. Do you know how much oil I have on my hands? Not nearly enough. So keep them coming, Joel, because you may be the game master, but I'm the fucking grand game fleek master pimp. Oh, the robots have red eyes. I will stare into the sun and get even redder eyes. Oh, they're made of metal. I will shoot silver up my ass and bark barcodes until I become magnetic. Oh, the game won't give me teammates. I will go outside, meet a woman who would make a great mother, woo her, and spin up a batch of little fleeks. Then in 16 to 20 years, once they're all fighting age, I will fill that squad and we will turn Maybelline Creek into a gaping hole. Who's with me? That's fair. Joel, I love you, baby. Maybe we can work out a deal. Perhaps we only reinforce on the weekends when I get to see my kids. Following that, let's talk about what it means to be a Helldiver. Your duty is to free the enemies of their delusions and educate them on the ways of managed democracy. And yes, from time to time, the educator's tools do require nukes, but doesn't every whiteboard come with an eraser? It's the same thing. Pull your head out of your ass, maggot. What side are you fighting for? Besides, sometimes we save people too, but oh, no one remembers that. They're always yapping on about how I called in a mortar barrage on the civilian extract. Not even God was perfect, okay? I'd like to see him try to fight the entire goddamn cast of the Terminator while trying to herd these nerds to safety. You think old shiny steel dick over here was treating them any better? Because if you thought that, you'd be mildly right, because they were at least alive before I got here. Besides, look, that one was a Decepticon. The Ministry of Truth approves this message. The Ministry of Truth approves this. But we're getting off track. The point is, as a Helldiver, you drop onto a planet, check your map, and fuck up as much or as little as you feel like fucking up, then extract. Sometimes with your whole team, and other times, maybe you play a little bit of democratic roulette for the final seat instead. Except democracy never fails a fellow citizen. In the current market, where every big co-op game is either a PvP cock crusher or a second job simulator, it's nice to just have one game where you can enjoy the simple pleasures of super robot genocide. Brash tip, be sure to always fasten your seatbelts when extracting, or this could be you. Would you like to know more?
2 standing orders in this platoon. 1, take good care of your feet. 2, try not to do anything stupid.
You got it, Lieutenant Dan. I got my leg.
Lieutenant Dan, help me,
Now that I've
Lieutenant
told you how
Dan.
we're fighting, it's time to tell you who we're fighting. There are 2 armies that fight 2 different enemies that provide 2 completely different experiences. There's, I'm from Buenos Aires and I say kill them all. And Latracer's freaking binary. Go in the orbital malware. Landmine. But this video will not be talking about my use of a 12-gauge pest deterrent, because there's a larger threat that you pansies are ignoring. Oh, you think the bugs are hard? The bugs have 2-star players, right? This big fuck that headbutts people, and this guy that throws up on people. I'm sorry to say it, but you're just fighting kindergarteners. Sure, you got the Bile Titan that's more difficult to fight, but not when you deliver an orbital back shot. Meanwhile, while you've been enjoying your Kodak moments, live, laugh, loving, enjoying the goddamn merry-go-round, shooting rainbows out of your assholes, etching your names into trees and KISSING, we've been fighting communists, and the shit we've seen, it makes nightmares look like a trip to Kokomo, Marty. I'm talking sandals, full package, spa and facial included, Marty. Couples retreat, hammocks, and 5 o'clock dinners, Marty. You know what's worse than a commie man? A commie robot, because they can't even feel the hurt we're putting on him. You know, for a long time, I thought the HE barrage radius was a flat circle, but now I understand that it really just shoots anywhere except for where the beacon lands, Marty. Why does it not fucking ever hit him, Marty? Whole fucking thing, man. It's all one big fucking lie. I don't know where I was going with this, Marty. Now, technically, the Super Earth True News Networks calls them socialist automatons. In fact, just so I don't get my head rightfully liberated from my body, here's the official wording from the Ministry of Truth.
The socialist automatons terrorize innocent families.
However, Oxford Dictionary states that, in Marx's theory, socialism is a transitional state between the overthrow of capitalism and the realization of communism. So, brother, in Fleek's theory,
Fucking
socialism
commie
is
robots.
the transitional state between my foot going up their commie
Kill
ass.
the commie
because
robots.
Not a goddamn soul is rescinding my right to buy a 4K TV at Costco. The robots are aggressors, heavy hitters. In fact, I'd wager to say that we actually fight a lot closer to how Charlie did back in the Back in the day, because now we're the ones hiding in the goddamn bushes from the flaming verfus, jumping out yelling, "Die AI! Serial code number 72398234319." We are if the VC weren't fighting with SKSs and rice, but rather striking the fear into Smokey's heart via napalm gender reveal parties. They got tanks, kamikazes, legally distinct dreadnoughts, shield bots, legally distinct ATSTs, these fuckers, those fuckers. Even the grunts are not very kind. But by far the worst are these waffle-launching, body-annihilating C-3PO wannabe pricks. I hate them not because they're the best troop, but because I'm constantly zoned out, you know, chilling, thrilling, in my prime, kicking it with the bros, thinking about the hoes, taking in the scenery. Then bam, I'm jousting with Jesus. I'm taking more shots to the face than the girls back in Saigon. I'm getting cocked more than John Wayne's rifle. I'm getting pounded, is what I'm trying to say. And the higher the difficulty you go, the more these space Hueys are gonna be flying in to drop off load after load after load of these troops in order to pummel your freedom-loving ass into the dirt until you learn the concept of stealth. I'd rather die than learn this stealth. I believe that if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a rope. And after seeing all that, if you still believe that the bug struggle even comes close, well then you can take your roach motels and shove them up your keister. Check out these commie cannons.
Turns out I just activated the cannon. I'm
sorry. Brash tip. If you want to help the team even remotely, don't use turrets, use mortars. At the very least, you'll send your teammate to collect their 72 freedoms at the managed democracy in the sky. Now it's time for the main event. The best part of this game, stratagems. AKA what we divers call mail order brides. Because you pick one out and it blows some dude in the middle of Gary, Indiana. And the nickname becomes even more accurate when the scrambler debuff is in effect because you think you're ordering Scarlett Johansson and instead you get Fat Bastard. Off the bat, I'll say it because Robo Charlie is beating the pussyfooting gene out of my DNA. This nuke has failed democracy so many times it should be tried for treason. When I think of a nuke, I think historically. I think turning a country from samurais to anime levels of devastation, not a radius shorter than my dick. If I nuked a McDonald's, I couldn't kill a motherfucker in the drive-thru with this. You feel me, pimp? The better nuke is activating the hell bomb without telling your teammates. Brash tip. It's not treason if it's funny.
You're actually a cute little robot. I'm gonna keep this one. You guys cool with No. I really gotta pay more attention.
Now listen, I'm not gonna jibber jabber on about all these orbital lawnmowers. I'm gonna save that for the orbital lawnmower tier list video. As for right now, allow me to educate you on a build that'll blow Binary Charlie so hard they'll pick a side. The HE walking napalm railgun build is the best build since God was building his jacks, brother. When I throw down the HE barrage, I don't know what the fuck this is going to hit. It might hit the target, it might hit a robot oil line down the street, it might hit me. And if it hits a teammate, take it up with Super Earth. I don't control this shit. The walking barrage is for when the HE barrage completely misses everything I called it in to hit. Napalm because I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Yes, airstrikes are better. No, I will not get rid of napalm. Because success is not results. It's a mentality. For example, my napalm just fell out of my hands and killed me. That's success. I just burnt my teammate alive. That's success. That airstrike just blew me up. You know what didn't? My napalm. It burnt me alive. Because guess what? That's success. And as for the railgun, well, I guess it's all right. I love you, railgun!
I love you, railgun.
Bang, bang. The railgun will save your ass from any bad situation unless that situation is your failing marriage. That is, unless you follow this one easy trick. Turn off that safety on the railgun and hold the trigger until you can finally have a little bit of peace. Fuck, I'm still here. Brash tip. Treason is the best stratagem there is.
Now you get free air support, baby.
Yeah, no, I know. That's what I'm trying to do. Now, as for weapons, that R. Kelly rifle is worse than if I just whipped out my gun and actually pissed on him. The revolver does no damage, and it does not penetrate. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that. We all come up short sometimes. That semi-auto's a semi-auto. Worse yet, it doesn't even have DP rounds. And that explosive rifle from the Premium Battle Pass is Premium Battle Ass! Come on, baby, take me down! God! There's only one gun that any of us should be using, and that's the Breaker. Say with me now. This is my Breaker. There are many like it, but it's only mine. My Breaker is my best friend. It is my life. I must master it, as I must master my life. Without me, My breaker is useless. Without my breaker, I am useless. I must fire my breaker true. I must shoot straight.
Fucking your breaker, maggot!
I was just cocking it like you told me to, Superfleet.
I told you to treat it like your best friend, not your right hand. Get out of here. I used to cock that breaker. Cheating whore.
Cheating whore?
Let's talk protection. There are 4 degrees of armor. Light, medium, heavy, and holy. And whereas all the other super bitches out there rely on speed, skill, strength, I rely on my crippling addiction to gambling. How much you want to bet that's my boss? No, really, I'm talking money lines, parlays. It will be my boss. He is calling to fire me. He's currently wearing a striped blue shirt, and his wife cheated on him in the last week. I have $50,000 in unmarked bills. I'm just kidding. Unless,
just kidding.
No? Okay. Give me a second. Yellow. Nah, you're killing me, pal. All right, man, I got a jet. That was Super Master Chief on the line, yeah. We have lost the Vietnam War. Again. And he also told me that he knows that we've been selling state secrets to Space Dam in exchange for Cole's cash. You may know it as the Bitcoin before Bitcoin.
Hello?
Pimp Shaker Central has gone broken arrow, destroyed the hard drives, burned the record. So unfortunately, I gotta cut off this propaganda reel right here. I got about 3 hours to make it across the super Mexican border so I can claim super asylum. Crash tip, it turns out Cole's cash is very traceable. This has been your Super Earth Public Service announcement. Would you like to know more?
Would you like to know more? Yes! Murder!
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
Thanks to Pimp Shaker Central for buying the war bonds that supported this 16-minute video, and another huge thanks to all the Pimperers for providing the nukes. Sure, did we lose Space Dam? Yes, but we all learned a much more valuable lesson. It's all the bug players' fault.
It's all the damn bug players' fault, those damn bugs. Alright, before we watch memes, I'm gonna give another try here. Let's see. Give Weeb a call. Let's see if he answers. He still may be asleep. He may have fallen asleep in the queso tip, chat. Or something could have happened. I don't know. We'll see. He said he was good for Sunday. But we'll see. Yeah, it's been 30 minutes. We'll call again in another hour. Hi, Sasha. Nope. He did not answer. Nope. He did not. So, I'm just gonna jump out the Discord here. Well, Discord call. You hear that noise. He's got the links and everything, so when I see him actually on, I'm gonna assume he's on. But, here we go. Let's go with memes.
Asks who or where is Altharius. Nobody asks how is Altharius.
What you got there, Captain General?
A smoothie. Give it back, that's mine. No.
Argyle Tall didn't share his brother's relish.
I get it. What's the Doomslayer?
So that stormbowl y'all promised me. Chaos. Loyalist. Pow.
Yeah!
Oof.
That's a hit.
Here we go. Good old memes. Let's move on now. More Dragon Tamer here.
Honey, it's time to pick up the kids.
Is it? Alright, I'm getting up.
Actually, is a dragon?
I heard your daddy's a big
Oni.
ugly dragon. Her mom must really be into weirdos. Knock it off, dorks.
Wow, it's an Oni world. Yokai world.
Anyone who dares hurt my precious little daughter gets devoured by me.
Oh, hey, Dad.
If anyone tries to pick on you again, tell me,
Glasses,
and I
fucking
will cover
glasses.
them up, dear.
I don't think Mom's gonna like that idea.
Yeah, you're right.
Alrighty, there you go. Now we got this. Beyond Citadel's new demo is absolutely wild from G-Man Lives. It's a reviewing game, obviously.
February's looking like it's going to be a decent month for shooters, with the remaster for Star Wars Dark Forces out soon, along with the full release for Wrath Eon of Ruin. But there's also something in the works that I don't think most people are even going to know about, and that's the follow-up to a lesser-known, arguably infamous shooter named The Citadel, one that came out a few years back. Easily one of the most unique first-person shooters to come out in recent years. The Citadel was created by a Japanese developer whose name I still can't pronounce, and originally released way back in 2020. It was a game set in this dystopic future after humanity has more or less been wiped out, where you played as the Martyr, a genetically modified superhuman tasked with killing a bunch of angels and then eventually what was more or less God. Using an impressive arsenal of weapons and murdering countless cultist cyborgs along the way, proving that the only thing better than cultists and cyborg enemies in video games is when those two are brought together. And overall, it was a fun, violent experience with satisfying gunplay and a suitably dreary and depressing vibe. The bulk of the campaign had you making your way through a series of drab, monotone environments that really captured the feeling of living in this futuristic hellhole. But what really made it memorable though was the sprite work and the art style, along with some over-the-top graphic violence that showed all these otherwise cutesy little anime characters getting killed in pretty horrific ways.
That's tight. That's beautiful. That's
nice.
That's
beautiful.
What's that?
And sadly too, as a result of that, the game got a lot of unwarranted negativity when it launched.
Was that Rush Hour
with the
2?
focus being shifted from the art to the artist, literally, with the whole thing even being incorrectly labelled as a fetish game. And it's a bit of a shame that some people chose to focus on that over the top of what was otherwise just the machinations of a guy who very clearly had a love of anime and manga, along with video games like Doom, Marathon, and Wolfenstein 3D. So yeah, in case it ain't obvious, I thought the Citadel was pretty rad.
No shit.
Which made me more than pleasantly surprised to discover that a sequel's also in the works, with a recent demo being available for download if you're able to navigate the website that it's hosted on. I mean, yeah, dog, make your way through a series of confusing pages and you too can play Beyond Citadel version 0.12.
Wow.
And yeah, like I understand that this is very, very early days here, and this isn't even close to being any kind of
also,
complete,
you can't see it
but
as an anime
it's really
character
one of those
my,
instances
model
where
is,
I couldn't
YouTuber
stop
thing
playing
is.
something. The current build of the game really only goes for about 30 minutes, and I think in fact most
like a
people
character
could
from
probably
Nier
beat it
Automata.
in less time than it takes to watch this video. But it's the kind of thing I just found myself able to replay over and over without ever really getting bored. The map design isn't very exciting or even all that elaborate, being more or less grid-based, with you moving from square room to square room, shooting enemies on more or less the same level as the player. And the enemies aren't super intelligent either, and often do little more than just head in your general direction, if not hang back and shoot you from a distance. The only real annoying ones you've got to contend with are cultists holding these full-body shields, but they can be dealt with by a grenade or a well-placed shot. And then about the only puzzles you've even got to deal with is just activating buttons or finding keys, which are more or less highlighted blatantly on your map as well. So it's hardly going to win any awards for creative level design or super intelligent enemy AI. But despite all of that, it's a great example of how if the foundations of the shooting are so solid to begin with, well then everything else is just going to kind of fall into place. It actually reminds me a lot of playing through Sulaco, another FPS with a female lead and incredibly violent gunplay, which also happens to be in its early days. And again too, like even though that story is absolutely lacking any real direction, replaying those same few levels multiple times just never gets old, because the core mechanics are engaging enough that it doesn't really matter. That's good. So if all you wanted to do was horrifically maim and murder a bunch of anime girls, well, then you've come to the right place, bitch. Right, so in the first game, the overall goal was that you were killing a bunch of angels responsible for constructing the eponymous Citadel, which is this giant megastructure that housed the surviving human race. Now in the sequel, as far as I can tell, you're hunting down the creatures responsible for the collapse of humanity to begin with. Yeah, that original cataclysmic event that resulted in humanity being brought to the brink of extinction. Once again, you're playing as the martyr, awoken from her cryogenic beauty sleep in the intro, and then forced to leave the safety of the Citadel to hunt these deities down, killing enemies, but also interacting with various other NPCs along the way, who wear such strikingly opposite outfits that it's just downright confusing. I mean, if they're not dressed like Mormons, they're dressed like they're about to upload content to their OnlyFans page. Currently, there's only one playable episode, which is broken down into 6 levels, with the 5th level being a boss fight against the first demon. And it's kind of hard to also not compare it to Ultra Kill. I mean, the premise alone is kind of similar, along with that aesthetic of these metallic environments and religious-themed enemies. You even end each level by dropping down a large shaft. Yeah, and not the same kind of shaft that your mother's a pro with.
You can't keep getting away with it!
It is kind of hard to determine whether or not Beyond Citadel is good on its own merit, or if it's just because it's building upon what the first game did so well. And look, truth be told, I haven't played the first game in a couple of years, but I do remember it having some satisfying gunplay. And either way, what's great about this sequel is how instantly you get addicted to that shooting and that combat loop all over again. A lot of which comes from the satisfying sound work, but also the way that enemies seem to explode in this pile of guts and collectible gold pickups whenever they're killed. The sequel again just shows off this insane amount of detail with the sprite work, along with a truly in-depth gore system that makes for some gruesome kills. Kind of thing that makes the Soldier of Fortune games look like Barbie's Race and Ride in comparison.
Bye-bye, bunny.
Which means even after you've killed someone, you can still pretty much shoot them to pieces, with entire chunks of their body being able to be shot or even kicked away. If you've damaged someone's helmet during combat, for instance, you can even see their terrified face behind it, and it's common to see a downed enemy still clinging to life with bated breaths, begging to be put out of their misery like Old Yeller. And that pure ASMR from the sound design you get whenever you remove someone's head from their shoulders really just kind of helps to highlight that lethality of all your weapons. It just really captures that tone the dev's going for, being this dark and gritty world that really doesn't pull its punches. And the whole thing's about as hostile as a microwavable burrito. As for the combat and the weapons, well, the sequel definitely does tread some familiar ground, but it also manages to offer up an arsenal that feels different from its predecessors. So for the melee weapon, you primarily got the axe, returning from the first game, which again, isn't really all that useful, outside of just conserving ammo against those more basic enemy types.
As you do.
The 44 Auto, though, is the first handgun you're going to get, and this thing does decent damage, has a fast enough fire rate, but is limited by its range, with that projectile dropping off pretty quickly. The ultimate fire mode has your character turning the gun sideways, which, as you'd expect, makes your aim go to absolute shit. But it does have the positive effect of, you know, looking pretty cool. All up, it's a decent weapon, and if you focus on aiming for the head, you can wade through most enemies with complete ease. After that, you'll find the lever action rifle, which is more or less just a free headshot generator, taking out most enemies in a single well-placed round.
Instead of lever.
Which again, really never does get old, seeing that pile of health or gold pickup spewing out of that chest cavity after each kill. Without a doubt though, the best weapon in this current build is the shotgun, which is just absolutely fucking devastating. And it has all the hallmarks you'd expect with an FPS boomstick. Doing about as much damage as you'd want, but also causing the right amount of carnage. Again, killing most enemies in a single shot. I mean, I've often said you can judge an FPS off how good its shotgun is, and if we're using that metric as the grading system for Beyond Citadel, well, then this thing gets top marks all around. And look, maybe I'm a simple man, but I just enjoy the basic pleasures in life. In this case, that being a shotgun, which has the ability to send someone's torso to the goddamn Shadow Realm. The other main weapon you come across in the current build is an automatic rifle, which has an insane amount of recoil when firing, but shines when fired in short bursts and in the general direction of an enemy's face.
Boom, 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 boom.
And also too, like the rifle, you've got the benefit of a grenade launching ultimate fire mode. I also appreciate the fact that this one's a bullpup, which is something that we truly need more of in first-person shooters.
He's right, you know.
It is lacking that over-the-top laser ultimate fire mode from the first game, but then again, considering how broken that mode was, maybe that's a good thing. And then apart from that, you've got the secondary items, like throwing knives and grenades. The former of which I didn't really use all that much, seeing as they're only able to be used with the axe. Though I did throw around my fair share of grenades, which are perfect for enemies with shields or turret placements that end up getting dug in like an Alabama tick.
Son of a bitch is dug in like an Alabama tick.
Also too, if you want to be as much of a loser as I am, you can replay the levels multiple times to farm gold to buy the other weapons. Though, I do have to say that I found these to be a bit underwhelming. The first one is just a snub-nosed revolver, which seems to do less damage than the 45. And then the other one is the classic Magnum, which again, funnily enough, doesn't seem to be as effective as the automatic. And that right there is a damn shame, man, because that Magnum-style revolver has absolutely earned its way into the top tiers of video game weapons. And a gun like this just deserved better. I mean, if a Magnum revolver in a video game ain't turning someone's head into antimatter with a single shot, well, then something's gone horribly wrong. The only other weapon in the current build isn't even really a weapon, it's more like a suit of armor you get for the first boss fight where the gun barrels are built into your fingers. And then on top of that, it gives you near invulnerability, so combined with that and the insanely high fire rate and the damage output, it just makes it almost impossible to fail. But it's not really the weapon lineup which I found to be so addictive, because truth be told, we've seen these weapons a dozen times before. Instead, what makes the shooting so engaging is Beyond Citadel's approach to how all these weapons handle, kicking things up a notch from the first game and adding in even more mechanics. So if you want to, you can just choose to play this as a regular first-person shooter. That being, you shoot into a round of bullets and then just press R to reload, that kind of thing. But if you've got the patience, it offers up a slightly more involved system, where instead, when you're out of bullets, you have to manually remove the magazine first, before then putting it back into the weapon and cocking it before firing. And with the shotgun and the rifle, you'll also need to pump the weapon before the next shot can be fired too. You can also just bypass this mechanic entirely and do a quick reload, dropping your current magazine to the ground and quickly putting in a fresh one. Though, doing this, there's then a likelihood that this might destroy the magazine when it hits the ground. On the off chance that it doesn't though, you can simply pick up that magazine when the coast is clear. In fact, you can even pick up single rounds right off the ground if you really want to. On top of all of that shit, there's even a chance that the weapon can jam, which adds a nice element of pants-shitting suspense during heavy combat, and again kind of reminds me of Far Cry 2. Now, it's not quite as confusing and complex as the shooting and reloading mechanics in a game like Receiver 2, but it's just the right amount of gun porn to separate it from just being another run-and-gun shooter. And overall, I found it to be a really cool system that makes the combat a lot more rewarding. Simply because you just can't really afford to spray and pray, as reloading your weapon can actually take up a fair chunk of time and leave you vulnerable during the process. The fact that the weapons have quite a bit of recoil also emphasizes that importance of taking your time and keeping your shots precise, which kind of works well in tandem with the whole leaning mechanic. Beyond Citadel's even got that really awesome feature where you can hold up a weapon and pull back the slide to see if any ammo's even currently inside it. I mean, you don't ever really need to do this, seeing as your ammo's shown clear as day on your heads-up display, but I've just always been a sucker for this kind of mechanic. It's really one of the most overlooked features in first-person shooters, and to be honest, it's something we need to normalize.
He's right, you know.
So yeah, you could probably play this whole thing on normal difficulty as a run-and-gun shooter if you really wanted to, but playing on hard mode with all the various weapon handling features turned on, along with slowly peeking around corners and taking out enemies with well-placed headshots, just kind of really feels like the best way to do it. And the fact that the weapons aren't hit scanning either and bullets have actual velocity and drop off means you can't just hang back from the other side of a room and take enemies out with a bunch of cheap shots. I mean, look, you know what, you probably can, but getting in closer definitely improves your chances. And again, it just feels like the way the game's meant to be played. I also appreciate a lot of the subtle details in the gameplay and the interface. Like how the martyr's portrait is going to change to show how much damage she's taken, which really is a feature from a bygone era. And in fact too, if you run out of stamina, she'll even make that face.
Oh,
wow.
God, no.
When the game first begins and you put your combat helmet on, you get this brief moment before the heads-up display loads in, which is pretty cool too. And the type of armor you're wearing is also again going to change your portrait as well. Speaking of armor, shooting apart statues lets you pick up all these various shards. And again, the more you've got, the more it affects your portrait, eventually covering up the player entirely.
Cool. Yeah, it is cool.
But probably the most important mechanic is that every time you look down at the ground, you see this.
Claude,
wow.
Yeah, talk about immersion.
Let me see that again. I didn't get a good look at that.
Reminds me a lot of my younger years playing Jurassic Park Trespasser and checking on my health all the time. And truly a crucial gameplay feature as well, especially for a first-person shooter and one that works great for immersion, you know, among a bunch of other things. It's really important to check the ground as much as possible too. I can't stress this enough. Know what I'm saying? Like, really take the time to scan the area and make sure there's not going to be any hazards around your feet that are going to make you trip up.
Excuse me, brother. Miss Parker! Miss Parker!
The only other real features worth mentioning are the inclusion of this Bioshock-inspired cryo chamber, which sets up a respawn point on the current level for whenever you're killed, and make no mistake, you will be killed. Along with an upgrade terminal that lets you improve basic stats, which I'm like 50% certain was also in the base game.
Wrong!
This is where you're able to put points into health, reducing weapon recoil, and lowering the chances of dropped magazines getting destroyed. You know, basic stuff. I also like the fact too that, again, this is a game that's blissfully aware of its influences. I mean, the difficulty selection, for instance, is pretty much the same as the one from Quake was. Plus, there's a definite JRPG vibe to everything as well, with the serene and calming nature of all the interlude sequences and the hub area being in pretty stark contrast to the violence and the chaos of the moment-to-moment gameplay. I mean, it's like coming across the inn in a Final Fantasy game, where you get this welcoming music and a gentler tone, with NPCs all standing around selling you items, and the whole place just being a respite from the nightmare that awaits.
It's very calming music.
Having said that though, there is definitely something going on with the overall vibe of the protagonist and her so-called brother. And look man, I don't know exactly what their deal is, but I think it's safe to say that their relationship is full-on Lannister mode.
I understood that reference.
But look, I mean, it's still pretty early on here for me to be able to really rip into this thing and critique it properly. And there's only so many things you can say about a demo that lasts the better part of half an hour. I will say that I do hope we're going to see the return of those combat abilities like the bullet time for instance, and the level design definitely needs a bit of ramping up, literally, because right now man it's pretty damn basic. But overall, like for a free to play demo, there's not that much to fault here. It's a bit of a shame there's no kind of Kickstarter or Patreon page where you can support the game, and short of the dev releasing it into early access, I don't even know if there's a way you can track its development. Either way though, it's plain to see that the developer's definitely working on something very unique here, again. And if you're after the best possible way to shoot anime women in the face, well, look no further.
Alrighty, that was G-Man Lives. Hope we all enjoyed that. And here, more memes. I mean, waifu time. Here you go. This was for Weeb.
Since today is Valentine's, I just bought this chocolate lipstick.
Oh boy.
What should I do with it?
Don't ask me. Just do whatever you want with it.
Whatever, huh?
Uh-oh.
Okay, let's do it.
Huh?
Oh.
Come on, just stay still.
Like hell I will. You're just gonna kill me. Oh.
Nope. He's been murdered. Oh wow. Can you imagine? Oh.
This place
Short
is so
stack
god
Minotaur Problems
busy
is the
in
name of
lunch
this one.
hours. Guess that was the last one though. I didn't have no Frappuccinos orders. Well, maybe I can finally take some breaks.
Hey, excuse me,
She's
down
small.
here.
She's a small stack. Short stack Minotaur. There she is.
Oh.
Sorry to ruin your mood, but I've been waiting in line for quite a while, you know. Now can I get 2 chocolate chip frappuccinos?
Oh yeah. Right away. Sorry.
She's small. Hey Porky, duel me. Give the XP, boy.
Could you imagine how
Also, now
different
got
the
some
world
text.
would be if they had never moved to self-contained cartridges and they had to stay with combustibles? Go to the gun range.
Porky, I know you're listening. Give me that
How much
XP,
ammo you
boy.
bring? Oh, 10. Oh, we'll be here all day. I think our
Porky.
helicopter's a little fucked up.
Porky, bud. Give me the XP.
Not too
boy.
fucked up to fly, surely.
Surely not. I mean, look, if it's got smoke coming out, that just means it's angry. Okay, this is their base. That's not good. Uh-oh.
You let me down.
Alright, and we're here. Hi.
Run, 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 run. Didn't run fast enough.
You got most of them.
I got a fair portion for standing in the middle of a fucking road and shooting.
Oh god. They're throwing grenades
The cops
at me.
are on their way.
No, they're not. I don't believe in them. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Behind the Hesco. No! Hesco!
Hescos is what I was going for, too.
Well, they're the fake Hescos. They don't protect. They only hurt.
I wouldn't mind having a couple of Hescos just for, you know, flood control and...
You just want to make
traffic
a medieval.
control.
You just want to make a medieval castle with them.
Fuck yes!
Yeah, exactly. All right, here we go.
G-Frica headlight.
Is that it? Oh my god, this is terrifying. This is like driving a real dirt bike. Okay, let's turn around.
Porky, I added you like 2
I tried to hit
times see if it was
spacebar because I was like, oh yeah, handbrake, and I was like, wait, this is a dirt bike.
The fact that we can't shoot our pistols while on the dirt bike is dumb.
Yeah, we should also be able to ride like one person on the back with a Uzi, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and do the cool
Uzi
thing.
does it.
Uzi does it. Okay, I'm running over there. Ooh,
Thanks,
a skill point.
Porky.
Excellent. Let's steal all of these things. We need all of these things for personal reasons.
I collect everything I see because I'm a kleptomaniac.
I think these games make you a kleptomaniac. It's kind of like, remember Far Cry 3 where you had to like kill all the animals? They were like,
yeah.
Oh, you want to carry 3 guns? And you're like, I'd love to carry 3 guns. And they go, well, you need to kill 4 sharks. And you're like, but why? So are there headlights anymore, or did those leave?
No, I turned them off.
Oh, right. Safety.
We're gonna sneak up on them.
We're sneaking. That's right. We're very sneaky boys. Ah, yes. The sneak sideswipe. I don't think that's the right way.
We're going up, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. The map says go the other way.
Oh, does it?
Yes.
We'll fix that.
Oh, God. You know...
You've driven Subarus. You know they can handle this.
Subaru drivers think they can. And I've seen Subarus that have gone off-road like this. They don't look good afterwards. They
well,
usually...
neither does ours.
That's fair. Oh, there's some intel there at the Sicario house.
Do we want to make a pit stop?
I think we need to make a pit stop. I think our Subaru...
Trade out Subarus?
So, yeah, let's get a new Subaru. Oh, God.
Hold on. Yeah, found the road.
Yeah, this looks like every used Subaru on Craigslist now. It'll say low miles, faithful family friend, third owner, $10,000. So we're gonna take the not a Tacoma, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's.
This is the Helix.
Oh yeah, not the. It's the Zeus. It is a 5.2 liter V8. It's called the Zeus. And it looks like something I'd make in automation. No, it doesn't. I think I'd make an automation would be worse.
This looks like somebody needed a nondescript grill on a Hilux.
You mean like they had to do some badge engineering and they're like, it's not legal to sell this here in Pakistan, so they, like swapped it out.
Yeah.
I love when the Hilux goes upstream, for its spawning grounds.
That's part of the commercial.
Are we stuck?
I may have stuck us.
I think, yeah, okay. Oh, no.
Nope.
No. Oh, God, I got out because I thought we were... Oh, okay. Sorry. We've only had... Oh, God. Get into my soul scrape as you take off. Good Lord. All right, keep going.
Subaru handles corners better.
Oh, look, the same ravine.
Back into the stream, boys.
This is just a nightmare coming through the woods.
With no headlights.
You have a headlight. Still have it.
I do?
Yeah, I think you... Oh, well, now we don't.
I was gonna say, I need to fix that.
The new Toyota Tundra, with the power to cut across narco country. I missed the Predator mission. That was a good mission.
It was a very good mission.
They had all the music and everything, as it should. It was neat.
They had the music, the voice lines.
Yeah, it was actually quite pleasant. Also, night vision is a thing. I want to see what kind of armor can take 7.62 by 51 at like 20 yards.
That's what I'm saying. Is their armor is just really kick-ass.
I want to know what it is so I can have some.
Okay, we're gonna have attack helicopters coming after us now.
What have you done?
I'm keeping them off of you.
That's not specific to my question. What have you done?
I've made them angry.
Okay.
Oh god, helicopter fight, helicopter fight.
I just hear explosions in the background as I'm down here grabbing stuff, you know? So keep up the good work up there with your helicopter fight. There's another one sneaking up on you.
What's the other one?
He's... Oh, yeah. Alright, he's shooting at you now. You'll probably see him. Just follow the tracers back to the miniguns.
I bopped him good, he's going down.
Okay, now there's just some more coming up the road.
Yeah, they're angry at you. They're very angry.
Yeah, I see that. There's an army. It's an army of guys. Okay, I grabbed those skill points, but this is unfortunate, because now I have to hide.
Run.
Run where? We're on the top of a mountain. I'm shooting them in the face. Which seems to be pretty effective. Oh, no, it wasn't, because I didn't see the guy who ran up in front of me and filled the whole reticle. I'm just gonna die, if that sounds okay. I would recommend you just fly away and avoid things, right? There's an MG-121, we'll go get that next.
Okay.
Yeah, just fly away.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
I'm just gonna have a sleep here, because I am full of bullets.
I lost the Unidad patrol. We are good.
Oh, you lost them? It's because they're throwing a party over here on me. The map looks like it has chicken pox.
Yeah, I'm seeing that.
Yeah,
it's rather impressive. They keep spawning in as well.
That is unfortunate. All right, where are we going now?
Well, I'm picking up this little document here.
What's the document do?
It's a recording.
Oh. All right. So
necessary evil.
Not for flower evil.
Which, honestly, sounds like it should be the name of our operation.
They just let us loose between prison stints. We can be the bad guys, says the guy.
I'm already the bad guy, brother.
I think that's what we are. I think we're like professional bad guys, right? Oh, I landed. Alright. Oh, you landed too. Excellent. I also pinned myself in.
Good job, Tex.
So I have to crawl out from my, oops. Got that one. Got that one. Got that one. I died. We've exploded a lot of things here in this country. Do you think we work for an insurance company? They're like, we need a cash out. Imagine if we worked for Lloyd's and they needed us to raise the rates of the country. That's the objective. We're not with any military organization. We're there to cause so much chaos that Lloyd's can just raise the rates on everything.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm down. That sounds like
Fuck yeah.
That sounds like the crazy you'd see in Cyberpunk.
So I kind of blew up the extra helicopter that I was banking on being here.
Yeah, so we have to take the not a Land Rover, right? All right, let's go. Okay. Oh boy, that would be this. Why?
Huh?
Why? What are we? Okay, we live here now. Ah, Jesus. All right,
and they're flipped over, trapped.
It's not very good on wet roads.
Is it? Is it?
That was, you just watched me peel out, try to do a nice, fucking awesome move. Overcorrect again.
Yeah, no shit. I just saw it go every which way. And you're down. What happened? And I'm down. What happened?
You just got hit by a car.
2 elite operators were destroyed by local traffic. The morgue just fills up with guys wearing khakis and nondescript uniforms and high-speed equipment.
Oh, God.
They got wiped out crossing the street, sir. Come on, get in.
Hold on.
I'm gonna drive like you drive.
Okay. I had to put on the deniable operations khaki and polo.
Oh my God, you're just gonna wear the 511 catalog, aren't you?
Yeah.
I believe in gray man. No one will know I'm carrying a gun.
Oh, I could actually make everything gray.
Ugh. I'm like, look, if you want people to not know you're carrying a gun, wear a fanny pack and short shorts.
Yeah.
Have a fanny pack with like 4 Glocks in it. What I don't get is people who go online and show their everyday carry to everyone. And they're like, this is what I have in my pockets. And I'm like, why? Why would you tell people that? I thought the point
really
is to
dumb.
blend in. Like, I have the FAFO philosophy. It's like, what is Tex carrying? Fuck around and find out. I could have an ass baton and a jar of pickles.
Dude, it's a fucking llama.
That disappeared.
It's a llama.
Oh, cool. We're gonna attack this military base. Alright, and we're here. Well done, us.
Well, I'm not there yet.
Oh, yeah. Did you bail out back there?
Yeah, I was going for the fucking llama.
Oh my god. Wow. One of them blew me up with a grenade. Also, one of the rebels has a CZ Scorpion. That's... No, I think that's a short G36. One of the rebels have better stuff than we do.
What the fuck?
Who eardropped all this candy on them? I was like, what the fuck? I thought he had a Scorpion Evo 3 at first. And I was like, no, it's just a very short G36. G36K with all sorts of nice furniture on it. And he's just like, aha! Okay, we need to grab... There's another weapons crate down by the docks. That's where the super shorty is. Oh yeah, they're gonna investigate the shit out of this place because of the minigun and all the other stuff we did. All right, let's go.
Come on.
Oh,
We're getting out of here.
Oh,
we're getting out of here.
Yeah. Spin it up. All right, just over this fence.
Faster.
Just over this fence. There we go. Just over this fence on the roof. On the roof. There it is on the roof. It's on the roof. That's where it
on
needs...
this roof?
Yes. Right there. The super shorty. Hell yeah. Sir Boo be praised. Okay, now we
Praise
can
Sir
flee. I know there's a bunch of other supplies, but who cares? Oh no. Alright, well,
we're outside the fence. Just run.
Yeah,
Come
let's run.
Boat.
Boat. Yeah, okay, we can boat. We can boat. We're very good. We're very good with boat.
I caught an antenna on our way out.
Ah, I was wondering why the Triumph turned into not Triumph. Oh god. Oh god.
Are you here?
Dead.
Yeah, hold on. I'm getting in. Okay. Let's leave. Okay.
Alright, there was the text video. We've got 3 more videos, then we'll be done. But let's try one more time. Just one more time, chat. I'll give him one more call. Yeah, I mean, I imagine he's asleep, but we'll try again. One more time. Let's see. We will see. Either that something came up, I mean, hey, you know, shit happens, and I understand. I just thought he would be around. That's okay. That's what we're trying. It shows him online too, but I don't think he actually is. I think he's somewhere else. Or something could happen. Who knows? Hope the best. Alright, no answer. So we're just gonna move on. And we're just gonna finish it up. Let's go. Here we go. 2 videos and then one more after this. No, not that. That skipped it. We gotta watch that again. Come on. Back. Nope. This. Interview with a Lamia. Actually, no, it's an interview with a Gorgon.
Thank you again for visiting the Gingerwood Monster Research Institute. So, as a Gorgon, you're kind of famous for your gaze that turns living beings to stone. Does this cause any difficulties in your day-to-day life? Well,
Just have to
it
shame
can
Weeb
make
when he wakes
dating a
up.
little difficult. Though, I've also found partners who
Gorgon.
seem to find the experience strangely pleasurable. Do you have any theories as to why? Well, my kind are immune to our own gaze, so I can only guess as to the appeal for others. The idea of enforced disempowerment can be a relief from responsibility for the subject. I suspect and hypnosis kinks have similar roots.
Wow.
One may experience the purposeful loss of agency as a taboo indulgence. Consider the tension of slowly losing sensation in your extremities. The spreading weight and stillness until you're left as a perfect statue of yourself. Literally objectified and breathless. If both fear and lust can make the human heart race, then it's not altogether surprising that one might fantasize upon things that combine the two.
Wow.
So I hear. Learning is fun.
Oh, God. Alright, here we go. This one, back to the short stack Minotaur. She is small.
It's too damn sweet. Oh, you don't like sweet ones? I mean, it's my favorite, but you could have picked something else. Nah, just get me a proper coffee next time. Actually, isn't this kind of job for juniors like you in the first place? Oh, right.
Oh, God. Alright, last video. It's from Levra. It's more miming. Here we go. Space Station 13. Oh, it's gotta end on Space Station 13.
What are you doing?
Mimery.
I'm in a box.
A cardboard box? Why are you...
I don't know, I was just looking at it, and suddenly I got this irresistible urge to get inside. No, not just an urge. More than that. It was my destiny to be here. In the box.
The box! I require some clothing. That was a fucking furry. Oh, the Hulk mutation, you know, as you have. Some mutations, Chad. There's also the Guide to Advanced Mimery number 5. Volume 5, I just said that, number 5. You're gonna be seeing some of that advanced memory. Mime bad. Mime does have a sword. And E-sword must mean energy sword, obviously. Mime evil. It's good to know all these procedures to actually do all this advanced mimery too. Just in case any of you would ever want to play Space Station 13 and do some mime shit. Music really slaps, by the way. I really like this music.
The emergency shuttle has been called. Confirmed outbreak of level 5 biomass withdrawal the station. All personnel must contain the outbreak.
Look at all that shit. It's fine. He's miming. Leave him be. They can't handle that advanced mimery. No, I've been quiet. Sorry, I'm just watching the whole thing. That's what I'm doing. No, one more. This whole thing's gone wild, as it typically usually is with Space Station 13 stuff, especially from Live Right, if not Tex. Good shit most of the time. From both of them most of the time. Jesus. Words. Yeah, I posted that meme for you. Well, you know exactly where I posted it. You'll see it. On the death cake. As we can obviously clearly see. This memory got him far. Look at how long it's been. All he accomplished was amazing. Loved it. Just fired that whole thing. You'd love to see it, chat. Anyway, that's gonna do it for Fans of Fiction for us tonight. No weeb. Like I said, something probably came up. Happens. You know, kind of shit just happens. So I'm gonna chill and we'll be done. Don't forget the movie caption contest, movie picturing, movie hangmark going on Discord, so be sure to play those. Join me back here tomorrow for Case of the Mondays. And obviously, play those games when you're not busy in the arena doing all the arena things that you do, Chad. I'm sure a new event's coming up soon because Easter's around the corner, and there's going to be an Easter event, so be sure to keep in mind for that. Anyway, with that being said, I'm sure Jenny or Porky's going to put something on now as I get out of here. See you guys later. And in the Discord. Bye-bye.